today's sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. This is 4th.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you get that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
12, 12, 12.
Starting things out with a give to Gainwell. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11 mighty, 11 MT Tate, 11 MT Tate.
Burrow will throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now back to throw. He's got a man, complete. Still going inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throw left side complete. That's Burton. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
11, 11, 11, 11 Thomas, 11 MT, 12, 12, 12.
Now a handoff up the middle. Minor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Here we go. God.
Play action. It's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They run with Ford. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Watson now to throw. And this one's incomplete. The Browns at 7-5 now in the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Watson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. That's caught left side by Judy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And Diggs has it. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Caught by Allen. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. 12, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Julian Okwara. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Burrow on play action. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable.
Here we go.
Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Reset.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
This is it.
Here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Reset. 24. Ah!
Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyreek Hill.
Previous play is under review.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Dot 11 mighty.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Turn.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Dot.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's get set. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 11 Thomas.
They'll run on 1st down. Minor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
1-1. Ready?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
11 MT. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11.
Here's Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Get set. Hey, 31.
On the ground, it's Ford. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-0. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Thomas.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Here we go.
Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Burrow looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Gun.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Let's get set. 180.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in.
Zone
Who is this again?
Defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Here we go. Stop.
To the air again, Burrow. This one into the hands of Burton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Stop. 180.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start. Offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Here we go. 12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
12. 11.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
12.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 3 yards out. And
Previous
the
play
Bengals
is under review.
One-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2.
180.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback Deshaun Watson set to take over once more. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle they go. Ford. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Down, go!
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Watson changing to play. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ford. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it with Ford. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. That wants some type of a...
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 MT.
To
tank.
throw, Burrow.
11 MT tank.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
God.
Burrow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Here's 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
On 1, ready?
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Throwing, Burrow. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route.
Here we
Complete.
go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by Burton.
Hey, we're good.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.